is indeed a matter of immense pride and privilege to welcome among us our great guest of honor, Professor Dr. Punita Jha ma'am, an illustrious academician, eminent scholar, visionary educationist, and a truly inspiring luminary in the field of higher education. With an extraordinary academic journey spanning more than 3 decades, she has made remarkable contributions to teaching, research, administration, and the advancement of English studies. Currently serving as the Dean of Humanities and Head of the Department of English at Lalit Narayan Mithila University, Darbhanga, Professor Jha is widely admired for her scholarly brilliance, graceful leadership, and unwavering dedication to academic excellence. A prolific researcher and distinguished intellectual, she has published more than 40 research articles in reputed journals and has authored several valuable books that have significantly enriched the field of literature and humanities. Her outstanding contributions to education and scholarship have earned her prestigious honors, including the Achievement Award in recognition of her exceptional service to humanities and social sciences. We feel deeply honored and delighted to have such a revered and accomplished personality as the guest of honor for this international conference. I now request, ma'am, to grace the occasion with your kind words.
I would like to, first, I would like to send my respected pranam to Honorable VC Sir, Sanskrit University. All the dignitaries, esteemed members of WAAR, professors, teachers, and all the students who have joined this international conference. And finally, I would like to thank the organizers of this first international conference of the World Association of Authors and Researchers. All the esteemed members of the WAAR, Vijayji, I can see, and all the like Mukesh ji was also there. Mukesh ji, all these people, they have joined and they have given the deliberations. And specifically, I would like to thank all the organizers like I'm Yogeshwar, Krishnanand, all these people who are the members. Even I too would like to become a member of this association, of this World Association of Authors, and I'm not a member, but I'm just an invited speaker over here. Now, the present title, The Indian Knowledge Tradition, what does it mean? I'm trying to explain. I'm just trying to explain that contribution of Mithila region in the development of Indian knowledge tradition in the context of literature and culture. Now, it is very important to understand what is Indian knowledge tradition. And for this, the IKT, like views art, and it creates a pathway of knowledge and spiritual realization. Now, this Indian knowledge tradition, I've tried to explain what it is. IKT views art as a pathway to higher knowledge and spiritual realization. It is grounded in classical texts, oral tradition, and the pursuit of truth and beauty. The Indian knowledge tradition, IKT, forms the philosophical backbone of Indian art and culture. Traditional Indian art is rooted in 4 primary life goals that we are quite aware, that is dharma, righteousness and moral duty; arth, that is material prosperity; karma, that is aesthetic enjoyment and desire; and moksha, which is spiritual realization and liberation. Coming to the basic point, that is contribution of Mithila region in the development of Indian knowledge tradition. Mithila, the ancient seat, it is also claimed as the ancient seat of learning. I had like I have conducted a major research project on manifestation of Mithila painting as a concept of Indian literature in 2012, supported by UGC. It was in this process I got an opportunity to visit the regions around Mithila where I was able to unearth a lot of information from the age old ruined monuments and the old aged regional inhabitants who brought to our notice that the beginning of this tradition and culture was in Treta Yuga, that is 5000 BC, and it is still surviving till date. This is a matter of great, like we should be proud to be serving here in Mithila, and it is still surviving. This is one of the best things. It is untouched by the harsh onslaught of modern concepts and theory. There is a fragrance of originality. In order to move about in a realistic manner, it becomes pertinent to visit and conduct more and more research on the age old myths, folklore, and the spiritual thoughts of these simple Maithils, the people of Mithila. A lot has been documented, but most of the documentation still remains to be done. We have to, just move and we have to do a rigorous study on it. So, I had divided my research into different parts when I was conducting my major research. And during that time, when I visited and face to face, when I talked with the people, there were a lot of things which I could unearth. So, therefore, we cannot negate, the main aspect, that is Mithila and its contribution towards the Indian tradition. Like I would just like to read a part, like of the project which I have done. So in the first phase of realization came to me that it was important, for us to investigate more and more along with the team. That is I had all the people from all the collected documents. When I visited those places around Mithila, I was really startled to see that a lot of things, it has still not come under the purview. And they seem to be the original, their contributions are made. They are not that attached, to all this system, where they can just put in and then be globally, they are not that well attached. So therein again lies the point. It has to be bought out and a lot of research has to be done and books are written. From all the collected documents and material available in various books and internet surfing, nothing new was found. But on visiting the spots and talking to the aborigines or the main people, the main residents, who have been continuously residing for hundreds of years, the tradition coming down from generation after generation clearly copy their forefathers and grandfathers and maintain the rich cultural heritage without any tampering of the urban city life. So herein we see, how, people themselves are maintaining it. It is once you go there, once you visit, you feel it. When you visit the monuments, when you visit all those, the architectural thing, but a lot of thing has not come into the purview of the major, it is not there, it is not present in the global context. The women, I met all the women also over there, and the women, though illiterate, uneducated as the modern term applies, are far more intelligent than the highly educated, technically proficient women of the modern time. So that is how we see, we say that, if you attain this degree, that degree, and if you don't stick to your tradition, so how, the contributions of the women also cannot be negated. They have, in their own manner, through art, they have given, that is the major contribution. They have a unique way of communicating their thoughts, their ideas, their teachings imparted by their forefathers, colleagues, and friends through natural colors, geometrical figures, mythical figures, brush, nature, and all the things around them. In a nutshell, we can say that these women can be highlighted as an epitome of our rich cultural heritage. So here, the and after visiting these rural areas around Mithila, various aspects of the symbolic and realistic paintings were unearthed. So we say Mithila painting. Naturally, these paintings are just not mere paintings on nature, and they have that symbolic significance which has to be studied and touched. And these realistic paintings were unearthed in the process of, when I did my field work, because I don't have faith, that much in all the book, it is there. I just went individually and met the people individually. And there I was just flabbergasted. I thought that, I had attained a lot of qualifications and degrees, and I'm doing this major project, and I'm being funded by the UGC. All these things, were there in my mind. I had to, halt my car outside over there. So the contribution, and then I visited the villages and went from door to door. Certain age old relevant facts associated with the dilapidated monuments and temples around Mithila speak of the sudden, certain hidden mysteries associated with the myth and tradition which are present in holy scriptures. But in the process, modernization and technical evolution, it has lost its identity. It needs to be revived. That is what I'm saying. This needs to be revised and executed in the form of education imparted to the coming generation. Mere commercialization will bring down its value and their essence and importance as an age old heritage. In order to preserve it, we have to associate it with the paintings of the regional people termed as Mithila or Madhubani painting. So, basically, when I heard the name Mithila, I just really wanted to, discuss a part of my major research project. And when I went from door to door and I met the people, so a small attempt has been made in correlating the age-old holy epic, the Ramayana by Valmiki, with the paintings of Madhumati. This is one of the basic, current theme which the paintings bring, to our notice. So now, as we know, the Valmiki Ramayana is one of the sacred books of the Hindus in India. We all agree to that. It is a religious epic narrating Lord Ram's journey of virtue to annihilation, annihilating vice. We Indian believe that Sri Ram, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, came down on earth in Treta Yuga. So see how long back. Valmiki had beautifully presented this epic in the six sections as Balkand, Ayodhya Kand, Aryana Kand, Kishkinda Kand, Sundara Kand, and Yudra Kand. So now you must be wondering why I am sticking to Valmiki's Ramayana, because these paintings, when we are talking about the contribution of Mithila, it becomes pertinent, to bring into notice how even in Ramayana, in the Treta Yuga also, these women, they were painting then and they are painting now also. And what do those symbolize? What do the paintings symbolize? So the Ramayana is a smriti, which is translated as from memory. It is composed of verse called shloka in Sanskrit language, which is an ancient language of India, and the complex meter called Anustup. The individual chapters containing three verses are called sargas. Specific events or the intention of the main chapter is presented. These sargas are grouped into books and are termed kants. So, the simplified meaning of kant signifies the particular phase of the storyteller. That thus, as it has been stated earlier, structure of Valmiki Ramayana is arranged into six kans or books. So the particular book aims to present Valmiki's Ramayana with significant paintings. Now, when I'm talking about the significant paintings, it is the major contribution of Mithila. When stressing on the main character, that is goddess Sita. This is the land of goddess Sita. You know, her birth, youth, marriage, banishment, and finally the birth of the twins, Love and Kush in the forest, has been illustrated magnificently in original Mithila paintings. These were the major themes. And this is the major, I think it is one of the major contributions of Mithila in the world. It is said that Mithila is a birthplace of Sita. Not it is said, it is reality. Okay. And since this project, the project which I carried on is also being carried by the devout methods to obvious inquisitiveness becomes evident. Various Sanskrit couplets are being used here to portray the huge and vivid characteristics of Sita. Comments on the symbolic significance of these paintings portraying Sita having the feminist approach was also there. It is just portraying Sita, and when these paintings portray the feministic approach of life, it has simply been tried to present various significant paintings to highlight women from the Treta Yuga. So all these paintings highlight all these attributes and qualities. Sita has been presented not only in Valmiki's Ramayana, but an epitome of perseverance, humility, silence, innocence, and tolerance. She is presented in the myth of Mithila paintings and folk songs. She was indeed a woman who is still today the center of motivation through which culture and rich heritage of Mithila are being preserved. So, since I have to attend a meeting and I am supposed to be in a meeting in the university, I would just like to conclude. To conclude, I would like to state that the contribution of Mithila region in the development of Indian knowledge and tradition in the context of literature and culture cannot be negated. The contributions are great, and I feel that without highlighting or conducting more and more researches on it, we are not going to get a very important place in the world literature. Works are being translated. It is in process, but still we'll have to update it and we'll have to do it in a more better way so that we get exposure. Mithila gets the exposure. So Mithila's contribution, finally, I would like to state that it cannot be negative, and Mithila is a region which highlights all the tradition, the traditional culture. So I think it is this much, and I'll have to hurry for the next meeting. Thank you, sir. Thank you, VC, sir. Thank you for a patient hearing. And thank you. I would like to once again thank all the organizers. I would like to thank Vijayji and all the esteemed members who are here. Once again, thank you. Once again, Richa, thank you for giving a very good introduction. So I leave for the meeting now.